welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about creative visualization. Having a visual, setting a visual scene in order to create that in your life, that outcome in your life. If you've been visualizing, you've had really no success, but you're quite enjoying the visuals and you don't really understand, it could be this. So it's very easy, if you're the type of person that lives in your head a lot, to go on a load of visualizing rambles. So to start visualizing and find that half an hour later you are still visualizing. So try to imagine what that is energetically. So whatever this is trying to read that. What does it say? What are you actually saying with this? Yes, you know what you want from it, but where is the clarity in the visual? So where is the clarity in the energy? Because it's purely energetic. Nothing to do with the pictures you're creating and everything to do with the energy that you're creating. So in order to use visualization as a form of manifesting, as a form of creating outcomes that you want in your life, better to do it like this. I will just say to you that we have three states of being. So we have theta, we have delta, and we have alpha. And the closer you are to alpha state, then the better time it is to set that visualization, so set that scene. So what you're looking at doing, let's get real clarity on what you actually want. What is the outcome that you want? So what is your heart's desire? So with anything, with your career, work at the moment, with friendships, with your relationship, what is your heart's desire? Get real clarity on it first. Then find a scene, a very short scene, 1 to 2 minutes, no longer than 2 minutes, that clearly depicts that outcome. So if you had that outcome, like if you were with that person in, for example, what would you be doing in your life because of that outcome, because that had happened? Set that scene. Visualize it for no more than 2 minutes, like I said. If you, to get yourself closer to alpha state, start counting from 100 down to 1. That will get you much closer to that state. You may even be in that state then. And when you get there, imagine yourself connecting with whatever you think this is. If you think it's God, you're making your connection with God. If you think it's the universe, you're making your connection to the universe. If you think it's the other side, if you think it's source energy, whatever you think it is, feel yourself making that connection and then use that visualizing scene. So the reason we keep it short is because that energetic version of it within then is pure. This is what's going to happen. If I've got this outcome, then this is how you can actually, it doesn't have to be something that happens after it. It could be the actual process of it happening. Something, you know, if you want to visualize, if it's something as simple as a text or a call from somebody, then you just do that, visualize that. But then you have to not keep going back to it. What you have to know is that energy then is within you. You've created it. It's gone out there, and at some point that's going to come back to you. But try not to obsess over it, because if you do that, then what you keep doing is going in and creating a new energy, and that energy becomes dominant. So that's what you see back first. You'll eventually get that other stuff, but it could be way down the line. So, you know, just do it as an exercise. And just realize that other visuals that you're having, when you go into long rambling things and you don't see anything come of it, that's why, because energetically, what is that? If you had to put a label on it for the universe, if you think it's that, for it to read it, what would it read? Well, it wouldn't read what you kind of want it to read, because it would be a bit of this and a bit of that and over here and over there. So keeping these visuals short, keep them really on point, keep that energy really pure. What you create inside goes out and comes back to you. At some point, it's going to come back to you. And we don't desire things really that we think are out of our reach. We tend to really have those desires that we know deep down are in our reach. So they are possible. So when they are possible and we believe they're possible, they become probable. And then we end up on that path, but we don't know when we are going to get to that destination. We just need to let it flow as much as we can and just understand that it's not about the visual. So if you don't see in clear pictures, it doesn't matter. If you're visualizing a person, for example, and you think, oh my, I can't get their face right, that doesn't matter. You know who it is. Nothing else is reading who it is. You know who it is. So it's what you create inside that's important. There's nothing on the outside, in my opinion, trying to decipher who you're thinking about. You know who it is. So you will have the energy of that person within you. So don't even worry about that. It doesn't matter if you can't even see in pictures. If you imagine, my son's friend has only just had the realization that people tend to visualize and imagine in pictures. He thought that was really weird because he's never been able to do that. He just sort of shadows, he doesn't see pictures. And he was saying to Harry, what? People do that? People can see things, people can see images. He just couldn't fathom it. You know, it was a real shock to him to realize that. And that's the thing called aphantasia, when you can't actually visualize, you cannot imagine in pictures, and he obviously has that. It's not been a problem to him. He's got a great life, you know, he's created loads of amazing things in his life, but he just didn't realize that he thought everybody just imagined the same way as he does. So it doesn't matter, it will not hold you back. It's not about what you see, it's about what you feel. It's all about your feeling, because your feeling is energy, and the energy is what creates. It isn't about whatever you do in order to get to that feeling state. It's always the feeling state that creates, never what it is that you're doing. So I hope this was useful, and it really is a little exercise. And you know, if you get practiced at it, you just keep doing it as a practice thing. I'm going to do this, I'm going to practice being good at this. And if you use that thing that you want in order to just practice, so you don't feel so attached to it, then that it is going to show up in your life at some point. So just try to keep it on point, and then when you finish the visual, pull away from it and kind of disconnect from it, and then go off and do something else. Or if you're just about to go to sleep, then think about something else, go into thinking about something else, or counting sheep or whatever that it is that you do. But distract yourself away from that, because that is that pure energy. You've done that, don't mess it up with anything else. Okay, that's that. If you don't know anything about me, I'm an author. My books are listed below. I'm just going to put a couple of them up here now for you. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then I would love for you to do that. Thanks for watching.